No, it's not 7:30 p.m. It's 7:30 a.m. Why am I getting up so early? You'll find out later. Man, they got this joker all the way down to one single lane. Would you look at this disaster? No, this is not the reason I got up early. This was unexpected right here. What the heck do I get myself into? I'm trying to get myself to a special spot. I found something yesterday. I'll show it to you when I get there. It's a one-of-a-kind find out there in that location. And I didn't think anything of it. I thought it was a rock. Check this thing out. You think that's a rock? So did I when I first saw this thing. It looked like all the other rocks sitting out there. But then when I passed by, I saw a curve on something. And then I picked it up, realizing how much it weighed. Hard as a rock. It is a rock. Now it is. But probably between 10 and 15,000 years ago, it was not a rock. It was a bone. This thing is petrified. Bone turned to stone. The only thing I recovered in this creek yesterday. And it was the weirdest thing, because I was complaining, talking about how the waters didn't get, the energy drink in their system out here. After all the heavy rains we've had over the course of the last 3 or 4 days. Well, now you can say 5 days. And then after I picked this thing up and realized what I had, I heard a clap of thunder. And then the rains came in. Welcome to your early morning adventure. Beautiful out here. The sun's really not up yet. Look at that. The sun rays breaking through. And it rained again early this morning, late last night. Excuse me, Jaro. What a beautiful heavenly spot. I got to be careful going through here. Don't want to be stepping on any turtles or anything like that. They love these little grassy zones. What the heck do I get myself into? I mean, here's the thing though. You're going to say, but hey, Da Vinci, hey, we know you're not a morning person, so why'd you get up at 6:45 to get to some magical spot before 8 a.m.? Why? Because I think there's going to be a few monumentally historical pieces sitting out here somewhere. I don't know yet. If I see footprints out here after the water's got like 5 feet deeper and running rough, I'm going to be flipping out. Hey, look, nature made a cross for us. Hold on, let me fix this thing. Let me fix it. There we go. That's better. They tried. And they did a dang good job at it too. All right. Who's ready to roll in roll out of bed, then roll into the creek. I am. Let's get in this thing. Hopefully we'll find a few things within the next 2 hours or something before other people start rolling out here with the same hobby as I have, as we have, guys. Even if I only collect one, let's just hope it's paleo. Just don't slip and fall. Just don't slip and fall. I'm hoping that's not a footprint right there. That looks fresh, like someone tried to climb in and they slipped. Check that thing out. Right there. And that tribulation to come over. I'm going to be combing the creek with my eyes. Let's do this thing. All right, let me get to looking as quickly as possible through this zone. I don't need to be running into the ones who share the same hobby, getting mad at us. But if they're going backwards, they're probably going to have a pocket full of things anyway, but let's pray not. I got to get through this zone first, the accessible zone, before they start rolling in here. But they like to live close out here, they do. Let me go ahead and get started. I'll let you know if I start spotting some things because they cleaned off the tops of everything. They didn't lay the silt down like they normally do. You're going to have to look at everything. Let's hope we find some Guilford points. Now, another reason why I got here early is because I had major plans to go to another location. Another location out here. Not out here, but, far away from here. And they threw a curveball at me to make me come back and hit that thing, for training. Boy, they have cleaned things off. They didn't lay the silt down, on top from the muddy waters. Let's hope we see the orange, the white, the red, the yellow, and the black. I'm going to have to move fast through this zone. But whatever's out here, we're probably not going to miss it because it's going to be so easy to see out here. They have to have something out here for it. They have to. Because it worked out perfectly. They were holding on to that petrified bone, knowing I was going to be looking for something like that. They were holding on to that petrified bone for me to come back and get. To realize something about this area. Not to mention that it's a fabulous natural object of significance. And then they make it downpour out here. Yeah, they mowed over for real, but check out the sun right here. Man, you guys crazy. Don't tell me you dragged my butt all the way out here this morning, as early as you did, to give me another sign. No, I'm not complaining, it's just, the signs are crazy in my life though. But this thing, I'm adding to the pocket. What is it? A golden discovery. Does my life get any more scarier than this? Every single time I go out looking for treasure. And trust me, artifacts are treasure. They're treasure of life. But also I'm looking for other kinds of treasure. No footsteps yet. No paleo yet either. Transitional paleo. No early archaic yet. Nothing but a coat hanger. I know, tell me about it. Look how early it is out here. I got the jug and everything on me. Like I'm going to be out here all day. But we're going to get the same kind of light when I make it to that second location, filling the pockets. Nothing yet. That's alright though. I mean, I get it. I understand. It just takes time. I just thought it was worth coming back today. I'm just hoping that the only thing that I wasn't meant to collect, besides the petrified bone yesterday, the only thing out here, is that piece of glass. Talking about the treasure. Talking about the gold. Look how beautiful that is though. Don't crap your drawers. Welcome to heaven. I always have perfect luck on a Sunday though. If the luck's not here, it's going to be at the next spot. Technically, that's the main reason I got out here so early. So I can get out of here as soon as possible. Almost like time redirected. So I can get to the main spot of the day that I plan to. So I can get there at the same exact time that I would have if I stayed at home and slept in a little bit, you know? Gotta equal things out. So by the time I get out of here and get to that spot, it's gonna be the exact same time that I would have gotten there. Oh, we got a busted one. Dang it. Busted blade, giant napping on it. Crap. Well, it's Georgia boy style. Quartz is going to break. It's probably just a rock. What it looks like to me, let's downplay it as a rock. And not as a busted artifact. Because we don't want to find any of those, do we? Yeah, it's definitely been a while since I've done something like this. There's a piece of metal right there that was stuck further up the creek in the same spot for as long as I can remember. And they moved that thing all the way down here. Man, what are they going to have out here? If not today, later. Every time I step in this thing, I go deep. You know, like Ozzy Albies. Thought I saw something. Yeah, it's real loose up in here. If we don't find it today, we'll find it later, trust me. We might find 8 in one day. If not today. Hey, that rhymed. Boy. Well, don't panic just yet. Nothing yet. I mean, if there was one spot that there should have been something major, this should have been it right here. Man, but they're leading me to something. You gotta pay attention to the signs. A piece of bubble wrap. Everything out here is placed specifically for the ones willing to come out and look. Are they trying to tell me that there's something out here that needs to be wrapped up in bubble wrap to be protected? I gotta keep that in mind when I'm looking. Thanks for that one. It's almost like you have to follow the signs, you know? It's weird. It's like if we came a different direction from a different location and we never saw the bubble wrap, would we find what we're meant to find? If there's anything at all out here. Heck, it could be later on today. at the second spot, if I'm able to make it that far. There's something that needs to be wrapped up in bubble wrap. And they're going to try to make me find that thing too. I cannot be spending the entire day looking at thousands of rocks just to find one. Man. Plot thickens. It's further downstream. I know that for a fact. Maybe it's the triangle that needs to be wrapped up in bubble wrap out here. Welcome to heaven. Hey, check this out. I found my world famous human race plastic stuff. Whatever it is. You're going to say, take it with you. It's too big to add to the pocket. Imagine wearing this as a necklace. Ooh, it's busted. That thing would hurt around the neck. Let's hope I find that 10,000 years from now, you know. Just like that dang perfect little petrified bone. Thank the Lord for that thing. Why did he drag me out here, though? I'm going to be one angry joker if I came all the way out here for a piece of glass. See, I got great eyes. Am I going to add this to the pocket? It's like a piece of... Oh my... Man, I'm about to cry, guys. What the heck is going on out here? Is this a piece that needs to be wrapped up in bubble wrap? The lady? The painting? Don't rub off too much. So the last thing I want to do is rub off the paint. What a masterpiece. It's another thing I meant to come out and collect today besides the Golden Discovery. Oh, dang. Man, this is jacked up. It's all loose, but I don't see one single thing of historical significance yet. It's yin and yang when it comes to the game. I came all the way out here for a piece of glass, talking about Golden Discovery. Find a piece of the puzzle, piece of the lady, a piece of bubble wrap. And that is all. So far, that is. But it's a game that is yin and yang. Come on, little guy. You're stuck. Come on, hold on. You fell in the water. Let me go ahead and get you to safety. Where am I going to take them? The banks are too high. And that's not a bad thing either. You know, they like to pull out artifacts. The waters do. No, let me toss them gently. There we go. I don't want him to roll into this thing. Ain't nothing like saving lives. Yeah. Maybe that was the reason I came here. To save that thing. You guys crazy. Alright. It's always fun to get your hopes up, isn't it? Now we're starting to approach the major gravel bars. There could be things sitting right on top. You're gonna say, you said that 45 minutes ago, man. And the other monumental gravel bars that you covered. Yeah, I know, I said that. I say a lot of things too. Man, is it soft out here. Hold on. Is that a blade? Oh, it's not flat. Dang it. Crap. I thought that was like a paleo piece. Man. Not a dang thing. But like I told you many times, the older it is, the less there is, and the longer it takes to find it. Quite the painting. It's the same shape as a couple of the paintings, the frame of it, especially at the top. Add it to the frame later. Thanks for that one, nature. You know how to paint. Almost. When it comes to a flower of life petal that is shaped by the arms of nature, the line work, I always see it. They made us look up for that one. Told me to pick my head up. because I haven't made any perfect recoveries out here. Well, take that back, I have. I found exactly what I was meant to find today. But no ancient pieces. Let me go ahead and zoom through the rest of the way as quickly as humanly possible. If I spot something glistening, black, white, red, orange, I'll be picking it up and I'll let you know. But it doesn't seem likely. It's almost like I was designed to pick up the other stuff, you know. We'll go over that when I get out of here. It'll make you crap your drawers. How do they do it though? How? And why? It's almost like gas, distance, and time means nothing to them when it comes to the truth that I'm looking for. As scary as it may be, I always end up doing it. It's almost like it's meant to be. Got another one. Another masterpiece out here in heaven. And you know exactly where it's going. It's not going in the pocket. It's going in the woods. 9,000 years from now, someone's going to come by and find it. And they're going to say, Nike Lab. They're going to try to pronounce Nike. They're going to be like, what is that? And they're going to look at this and they're going to say, museum quality. And it's going to go into a museum. You'll never believe what just happened. I just killed about 15 minutes. Had to take care of something else. No, it was not a bowel movement in the woods. Shirt's all wet. Dang. Yeah, I slipped on the bank and I fell in the water. So I had to take care of wiping up the stuff that looked like I crapped my drawers. The whole backside, guys, I had to take the pants off and I had to take the shirt off. The entire backside of the shirt was covered in mud. The entire back part of my legs, you know, the hamstrings, all the way up to the behind. Everything was covered in mud. Because I slipped and fell into the deep water out here. Man. Can never tell how deep it is now. They washed this joker out. Looks like the water I just fell in. I took a dip. Got truth right here. Check this thing out, guys. You'll never believe it. You'll never believe what I just came across. It's a sign right here. They know what I have planned for the rest of the day once I make it out of here. But dang, I never would expect to find something like this out here. And I only find things like this in urban creeks, like the one I plan to go to today. A button. Let me go ahead and add it to the pocket. Take advantage of the rest of the stay once I make it out of here. Let's hope this is not going to be the only thing that I recover on this side of things. I was expecting something at least 9,000 years older. Looks like we got some new placement right here. Looks like it's been bleeding. How weird is that? A lot of truth being told today. All in the pockets and right here in front of us. It ain't glass. It's just a little something though. I think I know what that is. Hiding. Shall I flip it over? I already know what it is. A piece of pottery. Ancient. Probably about 1,000 years old. We're 8,000 years closer. I mean, we're 1,000 years closer to the 9,000-year-old piece I'm looking for. Sand tempered. Add it to the pocket. Well, looks like that's going to be it. About ready to head on out of this beautiful place. I mean, look at that. So glad I decided to come here first. At 7:45 in the morning. It's about 11:10 right now. It's almost like the time I'll be leaving my own spot, headed to the other spot, you know, to pick up the historical pieces. But there was nothing else recovered out here when it comes to some major history. Just a lot of beautiful pictures and a lot of beautiful, scary truth when it comes to my life. At least I have room enough in the pocket for something else. And this is going to be it. Another little painting. Why can't it be fully intact? It'd been nice to have the complete frame, you know, the complete image. No worries. I'll just add it to something else later for some infill when it comes to the art. Let me go ahead and make my way out of this beautiful heaven. I'll see you at the next one.